What's up, guys? This is Jay with Prepared Citizens. Welcome to the Madhouse. Guys, today I want to talk about step 2 in preparedness. Now, step 1, for those of you that haven't seen, was spiritual fitness. I recommend watching that. I really did just a super quick, short and sweet version of that. But basically, in a nutshell, it's about being okay to take a life and being okay with your death and what goes into that, because you need to have stuff right with Jesus in case you did have to lay your life on the line for a loved one, for instance, okay? In case you did have to get in harm's way to save a life. All right, so step 2. A lot of people would argue this kind of goes into 1, but I disagree. It's going to be mindset, okay? Now, I want to just but I want to explain this real quick. So, like, a place I love to train at, an excellent place to train at, tactical response. James Yeager always said mindset, then tactics, skill, and gear is the order of gunfighting or fighting in general. And I agree with that, but I'm not necessarily talking about fighting, I'm talking about preparedness. So that's why mindset is not first. And a lot of people will put spiritual fitness in with mindset. I guess on second thought, I won't argue with that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But here's my take on it. And I'm just going to give it to you like this. So, mindset. I don't know if you can read this. Number 1 to mindset, carry the gun, okay? For those of us that take the initiative to carry a gun, to save people's lives, to keep people safe around us, that thing is no good to you if you don't have it on you, okay? Carry the flipping gun. It is not meant to be comfortable. It is meant to give you comfort in knowing that you have it in case you need it, okay? So carry the gun, get training, which I'll get into that in a second, but carry the gun, okay? It's a mindset thing. My gun goes on usually before my shirt every day. So please, if you're gonna, get a concealed carry gun, carry it. Just carry it, okay? All right, carry medical equipment. I'm struggling getting a lot of people on board with this, even just EDC, okay? Like right now, when I carry, I got a tourniquet on me. Okay, always keep at least a tourniquet on you at all times, especially if you carry a gun. My argument is this. If you're going to carry a gun, you should have a tourniquet at minimum, because when would you use that gun? If someone is trying to kill you or cause you great bodily harm, or to someone you love, okay? So if someone gets stabbed with a knife or shot, especially in an extremity, causing extreme arterial bleeding, at maximum, they got probably around 3 minutes to live now. Do you have a tourniquet on you? Because even if you kill the bad guy and who you're trying to save, it could be you, bleed out and die, that's not really a win. That's a tie. So carry a tourniquet, guys. If you're going to carry a gun for the purpose of self-defense, you're obviously carrying that gun in case someone tries to hurt you or a family member. Have the tools ready to help yourself or a family member with medical equipment, and get training, which again I'll get to. Fitness, okay? Again, mindset's important, because without proper mindset, you're not going to discipline yourself to get fit. Now, I'm saying this to you. I know I'm not some gym queen. I'm not, some PT stud like I was back in the day. But I am saying that every day I do a minimum of 50 push-ups. Every week I do a run or a ruck. The distance of that run or ruck depends on how much time I have available, because my wife's in nursing school, I'm a full-time dad, I have a full-time job, I do this on the side, so a lot of things, but I have discipline to make sure I do this stuff. because I don't want to, if SHTF happened, I don't want to be so unfit that I'm just a liability to everyone, okay? So, getting in the right mindset, you will also start to take the initiative and be disciplined in making sure you do this stuff, okay? That's why mindset's important, because you have to establish a reason between your ears that this is important. Okay? If you don't value your family enough to get off your ass and to get a little healthier and to take these steps to carry the gun to protect them, to carry the medical equipment, and the medical equipment that can apply to, it actually more so applies in the civilian side of things to car accidents and work accidents, things like that. But especially in a self-defense accident, you got to have the mindset to take these first steps and start doing this stuff. Okay? You have to establish that reason between your ears of what's important to you and to start taking these steps. Okay? So, I know I'm kind of redundant when I say some of this stuff, but I'm passionate about it, okay? I want to see more people get passionate about this stuff. Read the books, okay? Read some flipping books that will enhance your knowledge. I have, over the past, I'd say a year, maybe 2 years, I've read, and I'm not a huge reader, by the way. I am not some big book nut. I actually, in the past, if you'd asked me, I'd have told you I hate reading. But now I kind of enjoy it. Like I read on my breaks at work. I read on the weekends, early in the morning with my coffee. I like reading at these times. That's the best times for me to read. But read stuff that's going to enhance your knowledge. I've read comms books. I've read self-defense books. I've read mindset books. The Gift of Fear, that was a really good mindset book, I would say. I'm reading right now, When There Is No Doctor. It's a medical book. I'm about halfway through with it now. Guys, read stuff that will enhance your knowledge and make you more of an asset to your family and yourself. Read the books. Having that mindset, again, having that reason between your ears to get off your ass and do this stuff, you need to establish that to start this, okay? Because if you try to start this without purpose, you're going to lose interest and you're going to quit. So you need to dig deep and get on with it, okay? And here's one I've been harping on. I harp on a lot. Get the training, okay? At least take one training class a year. My classes are tip of the iceberg classes. I do firearms and medical. Hopefully later this year I'll be doing some radio classes. I'm actually going to be taking a pretty in-depth comms class June of this year. And hopefully once I do that, I'm going to get I'll be able to come up with my own curriculum and be able to give kind of a tip of the iceberg class on comms, which is really important to me. Training is really important because I want to get people involved. And I really like my classes because it's enough and it's fun enough to get people wanting to do more, to go to the next step. If you're close, tactical response, I love training with those guys. I've done a couple of their classes. NRA classes aren't bad. When it comes to firearms, I will definitely tell you that NRA classes isn't quite like a self-defense class, but for anyone out there, especially women, or men, anybody that is interested, that's never been around firearms, that wants to get into it, those are great classes. I just got my NRA firearms instructor certification this year, so I'll be teaching the basic pistol courses, which is one that's really good to that introduction of firearms and learning about them and all that good stuff. So, guys, get off your tails, get the training. I get it. It's a financial sacrifice. It's a time sacrifice. But I'm telling you, it's important. And you don't have to go do this stuff all the time. Just one a year. I'm going to try to start doing 2 a year whenever my wife gets out of nursing school. But for now, I usually do 1 a year. So please do that. That's very important. Not only getting this stuff and owning the stuff and you know, having everything you need, but knowing how to use it properly so you can be an asset to those around you. Especially if times got a little harder, you definitely want to be able to help people around you and keep people alive. Very important. Last but not least, community. And before I jump into that one too much, these are in no particular order, and I could probably add dozens of more to this. These are just the ones that I really thought about, and I think people need to really work on. If there's something else you think, leave it in the comments. We may do a video on it, so don't be shy. Leave a comment. But community, you need to be finding people that you love. Try to get them involved. Try to get them. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of people I love that that they don't even want to think about hard times. I don't get it, especially with what we're seeing in the world right now. Our government has given over $80 billion worth of military-grade equipment to terrorists. And when I say military-grade equipment, stuff that we can't even dream of owning. Okay? So, they've given all that away to terrorists, which are now floating all around the world. We are seeing the largest invasion of our country by criminals that we've ever seen before. That's probably ever happened in the world. Lots of world of instability, if you will. Ukraine, Israel, China is probably going to be doing something to Taiwan before long. That means you have 3 different continents with major wars going on. Also, not to mention, a lot of shortages. The COOF ordeal that happened a few years ago. I think some of you probably know what I'm talking about. I can't speak too much of that on YouTube because they will shut me down. While I really want to speak on it, I can't, because I need to be able to get these messages out to people, at least to a certain extent. Please, for the love of God, go to my website. You'll see the website at the end of the video. Go to a website. Get on the mailing list. That way, we can maintain contact with each other. That will be good, okay? That's a good way to maintain communication. And that way, even if I got my channel shut down or whatever, we will have each other's email. We can maintain contact. And I put specials on there for videos, stuff I'm doing in the store, all that good stuff. So, and that, in my opinion, is part of community as well. But get people you love involved if you can. If you're the man of the house, make sure your family's squared away. Take the steps necessary. And 2, guys, if you start doing this stuff, let's say you start losing weight and you're taking the initiative, showing some responsibility, doing some of this stuff, inherently, your kids will become interested. Your wife may become interested. So please get in the right mindset and start doing this stuff. And you'll be surprised at how many people around you are like, man, I was really thinking that. I just kind of, I didn't want to say anything to anybody. But now they're going to feel comfortable talking to you about this stuff. And you can get more people involved that way. So, yeah, that's some of the things that come to mind. Mindset is very important. So please get into the right mindset. Start taking steps. Becoming a better prepared citizen. And I think that'll do it. I think that's about all I got for now. Guys, please, thank you so much to all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please consider it. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Reach out to me. I love making videos. I will make videos based on you guys' questions, so keep that in mind too. Guys, check out the website if you need medical equipment, if you need training, if you need comms setups. Please check me out. Support us. And I'm going to do a video on what happens when you do support me and what that goes to typically. And guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Be an asset to those around you, not a liability. God bless.